Simon's rowing.
Is there another oar?
All we need is one.
Obviously hasn't been running in a while.
What happened?
Fuel line popped off. The fuel line got detached.
Detached?
It was hanging off a little bit like that. Give it a second now. Oh, yeah.
It's back on now. Some nice friendly
Whoa!
paddleboarders over here.
Yep.
Woo!
Here we're going.
Yeah, folks! See me tonight. Give it a minute.
Tell us what we're doing today.
We're boating over to Jetty Island, a Lumacraft, first time at sea in the water. We're gonna have ourselves a day, do a little kiteboarding.
Sven's gonna kiteboard. If there's a little bit of, we need a little bit of wind though, yeah. Sven docked us successfully here. Good work.
Excited to swim. Little cold plunge. Dad gang plug.
Today we're rocking the Bass Pro Shops hat. Oh.
Usually 3 or 4, wind ramps up, and it's consistent till about 7:30. Well, it's almost 5, and you couldn't fly a kite out here.
It's a good beach day if you can. Yeah. Where's the happy medium? Like, how strong do you want it? Because you don't want it.
15 mile an hour.
We're out here giving kiteboarding lessons.
This is a master class.
Okay.
And catching some sunshine. Hood extra small.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
What is the technical term?
The chicken loop.
Okay.
And the donkey deck. So this line just connects to the very front of the kite. So you'll hook this up to a leash, and the leash goes to somewhere on your harness. And so you can pull this and it'll release that, but you'll still be held on like by one line. And your kite can pretty much do whatever it wants to when you're still holding onto this one line. But if it's still doing some crazy stuff, you have one last release where you can completely disconnect the kite from yourself or send it down the beach. Could be dangerous to someone else, but like if it's getting you out of a bad situation, that's what it's there for.
Yeah. And is this system kind of universal for most?
Yeah, they're pretty much all like this. This is like standard practice for kiting. There's some new like surfing setups where you'll have like a little ball on the end of this and you have a socket right here that can like pivot. I don't know, do some weird stuff, but this is really standard.
You have to inflate the whole thing?
Yeah.
Jeremy, about 1,400 of those. Yeah, so 1,300, 995 more.
So people ask you to launch and land. The important thing right now is to know you always are holding the front edge of the kite.
Yep.
You would never let go of it unless you get like explicit, I'm good, I'm all set, launch me, let me go, whatever. But it could be blowing and all crazy and you just like, as long as you got the kite, you're good, it's not going anywhere. That's really the only important thing, is you always handle by the front edge.
So, I mean, if we had a like super heavy wind coming onshore, would you turn the kite?
I would be holding the kite right like this.
Yeah.
and the wind would be going underneath the kite and lifting it up. If you try to hold it in a different, like if you try to hold it 90 degrees to the wind or something like that, it'll be flailing everywhere. But as long as you got this leading edge into the wind, this center strut like pointed into the wind and you're like holding the leading edge, it'll be super easy to handle. So then we have the bar and lines. So the corners, you're gonna attach to this loop, and then this is your more front leading edge. The front bridle, this is the center line. So this is the gray side, and that's the red side. And the bar will have gray and red corners on it.
So it's let go of the bar, hit the little red thing,
and then pull this.
pull that. Yep.
Yeah. So this guy will be hooked up in that ring, and then a lot of people run this to the back of their harness or something like that.
Strap.
Yeah. And if you really are in oh shit, you can pull that, and then bar, lines, kite, everything goes. It's just you and your harness.
So you don't really want to do that unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, that's
right? It's like I'm
I'm
drowning or something.
That's
Like I'm about to.
You'd be telling stories at the bar later that night about what happened. Everyone would be asking why there was a kite flying down the beach.
Is there a post kite surfing bar? Whatever.
Dude, I don't know. So really break the mental habit of pulling, doing whatever. It's all, you can keep the bar right here, right at your chest, and it's all just push and pull.
It's hard. Harder than it looks. Josh.
Freaking Josh. Yeah, sigh. There it is.
Yeah, slide around, do like a little figure eight with it or something. Yeah, do a figure eight with it. The more speed it has, the easier it is to control. I'm trying to like create launch. Now see how it's like giving me a hard time a little bit? It'll do that. It kind of, sometimes it'll catch a gust and like fly forward and then it'll roll and drift back. And sometimes you have to give it a little bit of feedback, but for the most part, think of it as like a clock. And so we have noon is directly up. You have, what, 9? 10 is like keeping your kite right here. And you really want to be able to park your kite in a spot. So when someone's launching you or landing you, picture you're holding my big kite and you're over here and you're like on the ground holding my kite right there. Just picture it's a couple feet lower. And I'll tell you I'm good. And then I'm gonna steer the kite up. More or less. That's how you launch and land someone. Yeah, so 12 is right up, 1, and then 2 is like, you know, keep getting it lower and lower.
whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.